Day, and I like to twerk it while doing the split. Um, how you doing, huh? Let's start by saying how was my day. My day was a little bit great until it bothers me. It bothers me when you like you send me like messages. Well, I don't say messages because you don't do it. Sometimes you do it, but you send me a message today saying something about if you're gonna cheat on Facebook or something like that. The post in Spanish. I was like, okay, why are you sending me this? Because you sent it to me and you were like, I'm thinking that you're thinking about it, like, oh, well, he did this on Facebook and all the things to count memories back, and I'm like, okay. But my day, other than that, it was alright. What I ate a burger and I think that's it. I just ate a burger. What was I thinking about? Mm, I was thinking about a lot of things. I was thinking about, what were you doing? And so I was thinking about you, thinking about me. God, this thing, and all that stuff. Uh, Thinking about my daughter, of course. Oh my God, this thing. Thinking about my daughter and stuff. How you two are doing, and stuff. But what I learned is actually what we're gonna do. Chapter 4. Can you see it? Yeah. Chapter 4 is called Building Healthy Relationships. Let's start. My wife Sherry and I are testimony are a testimony of the power of choosing to keep love against all odds. Both my parents were married 3 times. Sherry's mom and dad were each married 3 times as well. And her stepfather, who raised her from the time she was 2 years old, was also married 3 times. Between our two sets of parents, there were 15 marriages. Each of each one obviously affected our lives as a couple. So when the time came for Sherry and I to get married, we sought premarital counseling from Bill Johnson. There was no such thing as a pre-marriage class back then. Our counseling consisted of 2 private sessions with Pastor Bill. During the first session, we took the test called the Taylor Johnson Compatibility Assessment. In the second session, we went over the test results. Supposedly everything looked okay, so we decided to get married. 12 years later, Sherry and I sat Bill living room discussing the opportunity to be associate pastor of Bethel. Somehow the topic of our marriage came up, and Bill scratched his chin. This reminds me of that note that was on your assessment, he said. What note? I asked. He looked at me expectantly. That Tyler Johnson thing we did a pre-marriage counseling session. Remember the note that was on when he came back? Sherry and I both drew blanks. No. I didn't tell you about the note, he asked, looking confused. Sherry and I leaned towards him. Both of us were keenly interested to find out whether this note would answer years of questions were twirling around our marriage. What note? You didn't tell them. You didn't tell them? Beanie Bill's wife asked in disbelief. Tell us what? Sherry and I prodded. Oh, that's weird, Bill said. I thought I told you about it a while ago. Well, for 10 years I have the assessment to couple and send them off to a psychologist. He ran them through this computer and then mailed me the results. Okay, sure, you nodded. urging him on. When I got your test back, it came with a post-it note on it. The first time in 10 years there had ever been a post-it note. He paused. The psychologist explained that the test showed the point where two people living are supposed to touch and compatibility in order to predict a successful relationship. Well, you two did not touch on any points. You had parallel lines. According to the test, you were completely incompatible. I felt my I felt my eyes bugging out of my head, of my head. Bill kept going. Obviously, to our astonishment, according to the psychologist, between the difference in your personality and the 15 marriages that had gone on with your parents, your chance of success were negligible. His post is in note says something to this effect. Do whatever you can do to stop these two humans being from being in the same house together. It felt like a small bomb had gone off. We stared at each other in shock, trying to observe the fact that A. Some physiologists had warned us to not get married, and B. Well, Bill had not told us. It was a pretty funny moment looking back. Finally, I said, "Well, Bill, that helps explain why the first decade of our marriage was hell. Our first 10 years of marriage were a constant struggle. Sherry and I came up to against serious challenges created by our vastly different personalities, broken relationship histories, and natural human fears. There were plenty of moments where we could have decided we had enough because it just wasn't working. But we both chose to stay invested in our connection